But anyway, I wanted to get back to Ukraine, all jokes aside.
Yeah.
Um, and in reference to something you tweeted, which was that, and this was a very provocative tweet, Russia will not be the one accused of the bulk of crimes in Ukraine. It will actually be the Ukrainian ultranationalists, the Azov battalion. Let me just play a quick clip of a video that I think might support that contention somewhat if people find it extreme. And this is, well, we should get the sound on here.
Terminator.
This is the theme of the Terminator 2, one of my favorite themes, by the way. The Azov battalion, and then you see as we pan left, they're holding civilians hostage in, I believe, Mariupol, while basically tormenting them with this. Let's watch it again, just to the full effect of the terror. And this is so chilling to watch. So yeah, I mean, there's so many videos going around now of average Ukrainians. Well, I don't exactly know who they are. They're being strung up to poles with like saran wrap, like packing wrap, and they're being tortured. They're having their pants lowered and having their genitals and butts like hit with rods by the street patrols of Azov and other vigilantes. So the reality of despotic state rife with extremism is really coming to the surface now. Of course, Western media isn't reporting it, but nobody cares what they say anymore. How much power do they have? And is the US going to be able to put this monster back in the box after we saw what it did in Syria, where it really was up to Russia? And I guess the US kind of outsourced it to the Kurds, the so-called democratic forces, to dispose of ISIS. But what's going to happen here with these characters? I know the battle's still raging for Mariupol, which is being quote unquote defended by Azov.
What's going to happen is they're all going to die. I mean, or be captured and put on trial. Denazification means denazification. And the Russians aren't playing games here. This is real. This is as real as it gets. And this is something that Russia's dead serious about. If you listen to their statements, it's not, it's the Ukrainian army. You're welcome to drop your weapons, come to us, be surrendered, and all that kind of stuff. The Nazis are going to be liquidated. And my understanding of the Russian term liquidated generally means something similar to what it sounds like. No, this is brutal. This is real. This isn't games. This isn't the West promising something and failing to deliver. This is a stated military objective of the Russian campaign. A Russian campaign, by the way, which has cost the Russian army thousands of lives. Thousands of lives. I'm not saying 10,000. I'm not giving the big number, but it's over 1,000. And you don't pay that blood price just to walk away from a problem of this nature. Russia is committed. They're going to finish this. This war will not end until Ukraine has been denazified. And that means not only killing all these people, but eliminating the political parties and the political processes that empowered them, and getting changes in Ukrainian legislation and Ukrainian constitution that forever ban this hateful ideology from rearing its head. People say, "Well, come on, man, only 2% of the electorate. How much power can they have? Enough power to intimidate Parliament into voting for a Stepan Bandera day." This isn't about winning elections. This is about bringing political terror into the mix at a time and place that achieves the objectives you want. When you tell the president of Ukraine, and I'm not talking about one president, I'm talking about two, Poroshenko, then Zelensky, that if they do anything that goes against what the Azov group, what the ultra-right-wing nationalists want, that you will be killed. You'll be hung, hanging from the streets in Kiev. These guys are a real problem. They've infiltrated every aspect of the military. They're in the general staff. They're in the presidential staff. They're in the secret police. They're in the police. They run everything. They may not be the number one guy, but they are sometimes the number two guy, three guy, four guy. But even if they're number four guy, they're the number one guy because they have the ability to go to the number one guy and say, your family will be dead tonight unless you do what I want you to do. I mean, it's political terror, and that's what these guys do.
Yeah, you actually saw Vadim Troyan of Right Sector, a neo-Nazi brigade, be appointed basically an advisor to the police commissioner of Kiev. The interior minister who left last year, Arsen Avakov, had incorporated the National Guard, the National Corps, the civilian wing or the political wing of Azov, into the municipality of Kiev, and they simultaneously used the neo-Nazi C-14, just open neo-Nazis, to commit pogroms against Roma people who were living by the train station, sort of a cleanup campaign in the view of the Kiev City Council. So these are state-backed forces.
Yeah.